Good evening, everyone, and thank you for logging in and joining me in this channeling. For a while now, JadeFire has been giving me information about karmic templates and how we can really eliminate these karmic templates. What is it that we can do? The channeling of this information is a slow process for me because he gives me a couple of points and then I sit back and assimilate them and ponder over them and then start the conversation again after a few days, first with any questions that I might have, and then he takes the conversation further. So that has been happening on the side, and when that body of information is complete, I shall of course share that with you. So I was intrigued by his selection of the subject for today's meeting, karmic templates and love, because this aspect of this subject, karmic templates, we have not discussed in our conversations. So I am looking forward to hearing this channeling just as much as you are. For those of you who are new to this term, karmic templates, I recommend two things. One is, please visit my blog on my website, JadeFirelight.com, and I have put up a blog on karmic templates. That blog has information that I have condensed from two channelings of JadeFire. The channeling that was held in October of 2022 and the channeling that was held in November of 2022. So I do urge you, don't only read the blog, but please go back and listen to those channelings. Those channelings are available on my YouTube channel, EllaeenahJadeFire. But before we start, very, very, very briefly, just to bring you up to speed about karmic templates in case you have either forgotten or you don't know what they are. So JadeFire explains that he uses the word templates in order to bring to our awareness how strong, how solid these old karmic energies are. The templates are nothing else but karmic energies. But because we have followed these patterns, because we have used the same energies over and over and over again throughout our lifetimes and embodiments, and then as a collective, everyone on earth has been using more or less the same templates. So there are many, many, many templates that are what JadeFire calls universal, which means they apply to every single one of us. And there are really very, very few templates that he calls personal, which means it might be my personal template, but it may not be yours. 2023 is the year in which these karmic templates will become very, very apparent, very clear for each one of us to see. On earth, as you and I know, we are ruled by the cosmic ray 4, which is the ray of harmony through conflict. And so, when these karmic templates raise their heads for us to see, when these karmic templates come into our intellectual awareness, it's very likely that they will come through a hiccup, a road bump, a hurdle, or a large wall. You and I have to be ready for this. It would be idealistic of us to think of questions like, why can't these templates come into our awareness in a kind manner, in an easy manner? The answer is very simple. Earth has not chosen a ray that would support that. Earth has chosen the ray harmony through conflict. There is a second ray that Earth has chosen, and that is ray 5, which is the ray of awareness and consciousness. So once the ray 4 brings the hurdles in our path, ray 5 helps us to ask very pertinent questions like, why is this happening to me? Or why are these patterns taking place in my life? Why do these problems come like cyclical events in my life? We start asking those questions which otherwise we wouldn't have. And so our consciousness begins to expand because we seek out these answers. And as we seek out these answers, we get greater awareness. And once again, ray 4 comes in and brings in harmony. So you see, 4 and 5 work very, very closely on Earth. So today, in this year, and it's not the only year, let me make that very clear, the karmic templates started firing up. This is JadeFire's term. He says they fire up, which means they are, the darkness of the karmic energy is exposed to cosmic light, the fire of the cosmic sun. The cosmic templates have not fired now. They have already started firing in 2022. So you might have realized that 2022 also, especially the latter half of 2022, may not have been a very comfortable year for some of us. Not all templates will fire simultaneously. A few templates might fire for me, but completely different templates might fire for you. But what is true for all of us is that as these templates begin to fire in our lives, and we recognize them through our emotions like anxiety, like fear, like lack of self-worth, or emotional mental disorders, or depression, panic, health issues, situational problems. There are so many ways these templates will come to our awareness. And the method for you will be the one that will draw your attention, and the method for me will be the one that will draw my attention. So as these karmic templates fire, and they will continue to fire all through 23 and all through 24 and a part of 25. As they fire, our response to that is crucial. If we get entangled in the drama, and today, while I was just conversing with JadeFire saying, what do you want me to do? Is there anything special you want of me, etc.? He said a very pertinent statement to me, and he said, remember, beloved, every time you get caught in a drama, there is a karmic template. In the absence of karmic template, you will be aware of the drama, but you will not get caught in it. And that kind of answered a question that I had been battling with within myself, that why are there certain situations that still make me anxious or that still agitate me, whereas so many other situations that earlier used to really bother me just don't seem to bother me now at all. But there are these few situations that are such strong triggers, and I definitely get entangled in that drama. And that is what JF was trying to tell me. When you get entangled in the drama, whether it is a drama created by you or it is a drama created by the world around you, that is irrelevant. But if you get entangled in the drama, he said, beloved, it means that there is the presence of at least one karmic template. So this is something you and I have to understand. Our response is going to be a vital sign for us. Don't let's attempt to hoodwink ourselves, because that's not going to work. Let's not tell ourselves, oh, this does not bother me, when actually it is bothering you. Because, if we do that, we are not going to appropriately recognize the presence of the karmic templates. And if we do not recognize their presence, then how are we going to eliminate them? So let's not play games with ourselves. Forget about games with others. When these templates arise and we realize that they are arising by our reactions, by our entanglements, whether these entanglements are physical, mental, emotional, psychological, spiritual, as soon as we get entangled, we must instantly recognize, aha, karmic template. The next step is to acknowledge the karmic template and then recognize the karmic template. Now, that whole process of acknowledging and recognizing exactly which template it is, and then eliminating that template, that is the conversation I have been having with JadeFire over the past so many weeks. So you can understand how heavy a subject it is, and that is why I have deliberately taken my time over it. I have not forced myself to rush into it. I don't want to miss out on a single point. I don't want to disrespect this amazing truths that are coming in. And so, yes, if it takes a few more weeks, it may take a few more months, I am fine with it. But at present, to the best of our ability, to the best of our awareness and consciousness, as soon as there is an entanglement, let us remember JF's words. Where there is a drama and an entanglement in the drama, there is a karmic template. We recognize that. We attempt to identify the template for ourselves. If we can't, let's create, which is what JF has actually suggested in November, I think, of 2022. He said, create a small group of really close friends or family who know you for who you are and who never judge you for who you are or what you do, and talk about the entanglement with them and take their feedback. In that exchange of ideas and insights, we might be able to identify, if not 100% correctly, at least 75% correctly, the karmic templates that we need to eliminate. At present, how am I eliminating the karmic template? I am using JadeFire's suggestion of using the Ho'oponopono sentences. That works for me because I'm very, very closely aligned to, and I resonate very strongly with the Ho'oponopono method. So I, for one, I visualize the karmic template. Now, your visualization might be completely different from mine, but I visualize the karmic template like a strong steel plate, a metal plate. In my visualization, this metal plate is almost rusty. It's not bright and shiny. It's dull and it's rusty and it's old and it's strong. And I use the Ho'oponopono energy, saying the words and directing the energy to that template and attempting to very gently erase it. I have been able to, not completely, but partially be successful with a few templates, but there are one or two templates I do not feel I have made any headway into. So I'm just going to continue and just going to be aware each time these templates arise. So this is just a sharing with you in the beginning so that, whatever is to follow in the channeling, maybe you'll be able to follow the channeling better. So let's see what JadeFire has to tell us today. Beloved ones, may the light of love fill every cell in your beingness. May the love that light carries illuminate your mind and transform your heart. So let us lay one myth to rest. Over the years, we have used the terms conditional love and unconditional love. It is time to peel off the filter of ignorance from this concept. There is no conditional love. There is no unconditional love. Love is. Love is an energy. Love is a force. And by its very nature, by its functionality, by its expression, love can neither be conditional nor unconditional. These words were used by us when we spoke to you, by spiritual teachers of ages past, because at that time there was a need to differentiate between the human expression and the sacred divine expression. But today, even as we speak, humanity is so close to divinity, so close to its own divinity. Some of you are raising an eyebrow in disbelief. How can humanity be so close to divinity when so much darkness seems to be prevailing all around? So much untruth. But the truth is that humanity is very close to divinity. And so this filter of ignorance needs to be peeled away. You and your sacred masters, whom you revere, whom you love, whom you respect, whom you obey and follow, you feel the same energy of love. You express the same energy of love. You are able to function out of the same energy of love. There is nothing like physical love or human love. Love, by its very nature, is divine. Your expression of love, though, often comes from the filters of the karmic templates. These karmic templates are energies that you hold within yourself. You have held these within yourself for innumerable incarnations and embodiments. They have become part of your energy. And that is why so often you do not even recognize them as karmic templates, because you are so habituated, so accustomed to expressing yourself through them. The only thing different between your expression and our expression is this: our love is expressed free freely. It is free of all filters of the karmic templates. We have reached the dimensions of light that we have due to this. Higher dimensions of light cannot be penetrated if there is even a shadow of one karmic template that remains. You, on the other hand, express your love through the filters. So you might express your love for your children through the filter of control and dominance. You might express your love for your spouse, for your partner, through the karmic template of possessiveness. You might express your love for someone through the karmic template of fear. When this sacred energy of love passes through the filter of filters, its expression becomes non-sacred. That which you and we have earlier called conditional love is this: love that is expressed through the filters of karmic templates. In different situations, your love might express itself through different filters. With different people, your love might express itself through different filters. The filters may not remain the same. And in order to identify the filters, the karmic templates, you must look deeply within every situation, every human interaction. When you apparently do not express love, for example, you might scorn someone, you might condemn someone. When you apparently do not express love, the truth is you are still expressing love, but out of different karmic templates. Because, beloved ones, in the larger truth, there is nothing. Let us repeat this. There is nothing that you and we can express except love. You have often asked this question of us: why do we not experience that deep ocean of love that the masters experience, that the angels experience? Why can we not experience that? Why is that love so alien to us that we cannot even imagine such a love? And you have that answer now. How can you dive into that ocean when there are dams that have been erected by you. So you have to learn. You have to learn to see these dams. But when you apportion blame for these dams to another person, when you say, I react in this way because he, she, they do this, say this, behave in this manner. As soon as you do that, you have shown that you are blind. The distance between the karmic templates and love cannot be traversed by a blind person. You need to have your vision sharp, your eyesight clear. Another shall do what another shall do. You have your journey, the other has theirs. But to relinquish your responsibility and to state very clearly, my journey is not in my hands. My journey is in the hands of another. That is your greatest karmic template. Blame. Along with all other karmic templates, this one universal, global karmic template must be addressed, worked upon, and eliminated. And this attempt has to be made by each one of you individually. Please do not sabotage this attempt by saying, I do not blame anyone. I am aware that I am responsible. Beloveds, do not play intellectual mind games with yourselves. Whether you wish to acknowledge or not, whether you wish to recognize or not that you blame, our suggestion is make blame one of the most important templates that you shall proceed to attempt to eliminate. So not only do you have to see the dams, but beloveds, you have to see the one who is in front of you, who is standing, sitting, lying down in front of you. Is it a man, a woman, another gender? Is this person old, young? What is this person's name? What is this person's appearance? What are these person's riches, status? If that is all that you shall see, then that is another dam that you have risen. The dam, the karmic template of ignorance of the divine. You are here listening to this channeling because you have a deep faith in the divine. You do believe, to differing degrees, that each one is divine. But, beloved ones, you do not see that. In your human interaction, you do not see that. You become blind. The glamours of physicality blind you, and you are unable to look beyond that to the divine core that you know is the truth of this person. Learn how to see, beloved ones. Learn how to see. The blind are not those who have no physical sight. The blind are those who refuse to see. And if you remain blind for the rest of your life, even after hearing this, what are you going to take back with you when you come home to us? You are aware that there is nothing you can take. You may die with all the gold that you possess upon your body, but that will go back to nature, not bring you back home. What you will bring back when you come home to us are your actions, karma. You shall return with your karma, with your actions. And if you live blindly, if you refuse to see the dams, if you refuse to see the ones who are before you, then your actions shall follow suit. And with these actions, you shall return. And these actions, every moment of blindness, strengthens that universal karmic template, ignorance of divinity. Ignorance of divinity has nothing to do with atheism or being an agnostic or being a believer. Ignorance of divinity is the inability, the unwillingness to see, to acknowledge, to look beyond the physical to that which is the divine core. There are times when you are unable to see it, and there are more times when you are unwilling to see it, beloveds. You are unwilling to see it because of the karmic template of blame. Can you see how the two are so inseparable? And we know that after hearing this, you shall try. But we also know that you shall try for but a few days only. Why? Not because you don't care. You shall stop trying after a few days because you do not see the divine core that is you. So now we have 3 filters: the dams of karmic templates, the ignorance of divinity of another, and the ignorance of divinity of self. To see clearly with a radiant vision is to see all 3 equally sharp. You blame, and therefore you cannot see the divinity of another. You cannot see the divinity of another. And somewhere in you, the karmic template of guilt and shame comes to light. And you cannot see the divinity that is you. And when you cannot see the divinity that is you, you cannot see the divinity in another. And when you cannot see the divinity in another, you blame. We are attempting to take you through the karmic templates that lie on top of each other. And these templates prohibit the expression of love. Love that you do have, that you do possess. The purity, the sanctity of love that you possess, but which you are unable to express. And when you return home to us, with your belongings of karma, you return once again to earthly life, taking those belongings with you. There are no lockers in your spiritual home where you can lock them up and say another day. You take them back with you. And each time you return, if you have not been able to see the dams, see another and see yourself, these belongings get heavier. With each embodiment, they get heavier, and that karmic template gets stronger. It nails itself almost into your energies. And here you are. As a human race, you have evolved enough to come into 2023 when the karmic templates will be ablaze. There is a myth about karma that you have often repeated to yourself, to others. This person is harming me because I must have harmed this person or another person in a similar manner in an earlier embodiment or embodiments. That is so not true. That is so not true. No one, beloveds, do listen to this. No one puts harm into their soul journey, into their soul blueprint. The very, very, very few occasions when it has happened, there has been no soul blueprint, for it is the highest of high master energies that have taken their place on earth for a very brief period. But when there is a soul blueprint for a human life, harm to another is not a part of the blueprint. The resolution of an earlier harm is part of the blueprint. The resolution. So we are going to sacrifice some levels of truth and make it easier for you to understand. And so we are going to simplify it. Let us assume in a lifetime you were murdered by a person. In this embodiment, that soul and you come together in a marital relationship. And someone might tell you, you hate your partner and you deceive your partner and you betray your partner because in an earlier life your partner killed you. Beloveds, that is a cop-out. It is not a reason. If anyone from this moment on is to give you these cop-out excuses, with deep respect, say thank you and leave. You come into a marital relationship for the resolution, for forgiveness on your part, for clearance on the other's part. You come for resolution. Do not justify your karmic energy. Do not justify your karmic patterns by blame, even going beyond one embodiment. You can see how strong the karmic template of blame is. You are able to traverse embodiments and lifetimes to blame another and justify yourself. Oh, but beloved, that betrayal, that deception, that lie, that untruth is the karma you shall return with when you return home. No one writes harm or damage in their soul blueprint. No one. You take embodiment after embodiment to eliminate your karma. But beloveds, you do not know what is karma. You recognize karma as a difficulty, as a hindrance, as an obstacle, as a hurdle. And that is the farthest from the truth of karma. Karma is not about those difficulties. Karma is about resolution. Karma is about overcoming those difficulties. Karma is about seeing the dams that stand in your way and not apportioning the erection of those dams to another. These are your dams. You constructed them. You've constructed them painstakingly, lifetime after lifetime. No one else has done that. And just as you get entangled in your drama, and you shout and you scream, and you deceive and you betray and you cheat and you steal, so does another. But if you could see beyond the ignorance of divinity of yourself, you would learn to be good to yourself and therefore good to another. And that is the only way there is resolution. Being good to yourself, being good to another, that is the only way for resolution. Karma is not difficulty. Karma is the resolution of difficulty. And this year, 2023, is the year of karmic opportunity. It is the year for resolution. But if you are still stuck with blame, this year shall come and go, and so shall the next, and so shall the next. And in the next few years, when divine light of a frequency you have never experienced before streams into the earth, you, beloved one, shall not be able to receive it. You shall not be able to receive it because the dams will cover you and hide the frequencies from you. This year and the next are a gift to you. They are a gift to you. How can we explain to you how vulnerable you are to entanglement? Your reaction is one sure way, and that we have explained to you. But there is another way. You see two persons fighting. You like one, you don't really like the other. Or maybe you like both, or maybe you don't like both. But you will jump into the fray, believing that you have the know-how to settle this between them. And you may, we acknowledge that. But if you jump into the fray and you begin to take sides and you begin to react and you begin to be emotive and judgmental and critical, beloved one, when the karmic energy was only between the two, you have now taken it and made it yours. Be very, very careful that you do not involve yourself in the karmic dynamics between others. If you find yourself reacting to what is going on outside of you, it would be better if you leave that physical space. It would be better if you heard neither side. Distance yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually from them so that their karmic energy does not become your own and start another template for you. But if you can be completely balanced, detached, unaffected, then you can offer your help, your suggestion, your advice, your guidance. And if it is taken by one or both, so be it. And if it is rejected by one or both, so be it. Once again, retreat. Do not involve yourself in the drama and entanglements of others. And we stress this point because you will not only witness your own karmic templates becoming ablaze, but you shall witness the karmic templates of those around you lighting up, firing up. If you cannot find yourself in a position to express love in all its purity, sanctity, and wisdom, then do not offer your help and do not become a part of the entanglement. You have enough to clear of your own templates and of the global templates without heaping upon yourself energies that you could have so easily stayed away from. 2023 is going to offer you many curveballs. Be a good sportsman and build up your skill of how to handle these curveballs. If you allow your inner saboteur, your inner victim, your inner martyr to arise, then that curveball shall hit you slap in the face. And you will not know how and where you have been thrown. The curveball has a purpose. And listen to this. The purpose is dual. The curveball shows you the karmic templates that already lie within you. But the curveball might also be revealing to you the karmic energy that you are currently getting entangled in. And do not expect the curveballs to come into your life, into your personal life all the time. It might come to you indirectly through two friends arguing, two siblings having a quarrel. These are curveballs for you. You must learn to navigate. See, navigate. These curveballs also open your vision to one more important aspect. What have you become? What have you become? Have you become contemptuous, judgmental, enraged, violent, critical, rigid? Have you become weak, oppressed, indecisive, feeling unloved? Or have you become empowered, enriched, wise, strong, self-aware, expanded in consciousness? Life has a way of showing you what you have become. Life has a way of showing you what you are now. Do not hide from this. Again, do not be blind. You may wish to show the world a face that is calm and gentle and loving and wise. But the curveballs will show you what you have become, what you are. Curveballs are important this year. These curveballs are very important this year. And one aspect may surprise you. You have often considered karma as payback. But very often, you are not paying back for what you did. You are paying back for who you are today. Burdened with those karmic templates, you are not paying back for what you did. You are paying back for who you are today, what you are today, how heavily burdened you are today. Stop making your past lives an excuse. Live your current life believing that there is no past life. Live your current life believing that there is no future life. The current is all that you have. When you live your life with this firm belief that the current is all that I have, you shall have no excuses. For there is nothing in the past. There is no future. This life is all that you have. Now, with this yardstick, judge your life. This is the only judgment call you can make without any karmic template getting strengthened. Judge your life. Judge who and what you are today. And then acknowledge and recognize the experiences that you are going through and take ownership. Stop finding fault, stop criticizing, stop judging, stop sneering, stop lifting your eyebrows at the actions of others, curving your lips into harsh sneers because you disagree with what they do. Disagree. That is your right. Discernment is your right. Disagree, but do not sneer. See, learn to see that here is the divine core hidden behind the filters of karmic templates, just as your divine core is. Beloveds, learn to see. Only then can love express itself in its sacred divinity, in its purity. Love resides within you. With every drop of blood, there is love. There is not an organ, not a tissue, not a ligament, not a tendon, not a muscle, not a bone that is not made up of only love. You have a pain, you have an illness, love that part. Not love expressed out of fear, not love expressed out of anxiety, not love expressed out of disbelief, not love expressed out of doubt. Express love. When that part receives love, it becomes whole. It becomes whole because that is what that part is constitutes of. It is made of love. It holds within it love. It expresses love. It digests love. It digests love. Stop the blame. At the top of the heap of all the karmic templates lies blame. Don't talk like an ignorant child, beloveds. I did this because they did this. That has not created balance. That has imbalanced you more. That has strengthened your karmic template even more. That has not caused them harm as much as you have caused yourself unspeakable harm. Every sneer, every word of derision, every action of untruth has caused you untold harm already. How then, beloved ones, do you expect to be healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually? How? We'll give you a small balancing mathematics problem to do every night. Left hand side plus, right hand side minus. Every moment of pure expression of love is +3. Every moment of acting through the karmic templates, -1. Do you end your day in the positive or in the negative? Do not be perturbed if you end in the negative. You have another day, and another day, and another day to stop causing harm to yourself. Your every word, your every action, your every thought, whether positive or not, places a seed in your consciousness. And there it begins to take root, and there it begins to blossom. If that seed is the seed of hatred, beloveds, that is what shall blossom in your consciousness. Do not take this lightly. All those excuses you have given yourself, I cannot do this, I cannot change myself, I cannot abide these actions. Do not. You have the free will. Do not. But at least be aware of how many seeds of self-harm, self-damage you have planted in your consciousness. In the largest picture, the harm and the damage you do to another is not allowed to harm or damage that person, is not allowed. There is a shield that is immediately created by the higher self. That shield shall not permit your words, your actions, your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts to harm that person, but that shield bounces them back to you, strengthening the karmic template, increasing the burden of all that you shall bring back, stopping the divine expression of love that you are so capable of. You do not need to be a master. You do not need to be a saint. You do not need to be an angel. You need to be a human being who is not blind to the divine core. 2023. Let this be the year you open your physical eyes and widen your spiritual vision. May the love that light carries transform your heart. May the light of love illuminate your mind. And so it shall be. Greetings, beloved ones. Greetings.